let's go over to Napoli now, because we have in fact got Tancredi, who's our correspondent there. Tancredi Palmieri up on the Skype wall now. Tancredi is with us. He's in the stadium. Tancredi, good evening to you.
Buonanotte from Stadio Sao Paolo. Mamma mia, what a night.
Yeah, mamma mia. That's the only words of Italian I know, mate. Mamma mia. But that, I think, just about sums it up. Now, Tancredi, we've got our experts in the studio here. Basically, they say Chelsea simply not strong enough in the midfield to either help their defence or support their attack.
Well, yes, there are a lot of things to stress tonight. I would say first, because we can talk about the midfield, in my opinion, we should also talk about how important is John Terry when he's in and when he's out. But the thing is also, and that probably will bring the topic under Villas-Boas, the problem was also in mind, because after that you've been 2-1 after the first half, okay, the attitude at the beginning of the second half was good, but what was not good enough, and Napoli just needed to, to hold on for some kind of 20 minutes, and then everything was again as before, and they could have they were so close to score the fourth goal. Imagine if we would speak now after a 4-1. It's really unbelievable. A problem in midfield, in my opinion, the centre backs, but also in mind.
Tancredi, is there not a little bit of relief in this stadium though, because for the first 20-25 minutes of the second half, Chelsea were the better side. Mata was getting on the ball, and you actually scored against the run of play.
Yeah, a lot, because I realized that was happening also when Chelsea scored in the first half. It's just that Napoli always need to keep high the intensity. They just can't go down with pace, and that still is happening. I would say a couple of times along the game. This time, just that the Napoli midfield was smart enough to step back and be closer, helping the defense. What probably Chelsea has not done.
Sorry, Tancredi, I just wanted to ask you a question. Hi, Tancredi, it's Mina. How are you? I just wanted to...
ciao, Mina.
Ciao. You said something about Terry being so important for them and the fact that he was missing, but technically speaking, in terms of statistics, they haven't lost without Terry. That's 13 games they played without Terry. They drew or won all of them. Do you really think that he's important, or is it a fact of the, like they say, it's more about the midfield? And they didn't manage to stop Lavezzi. There's no studying done.
Yeah, Mina, we have this expression in Italy. When you want to find someone that is guilty of something, we say, give him the cross to carry, like was done with Jesus Christ, Yeah. So I wouldn't like to give the cross to Gary Cahill, but someone should explain me exactly what Gary Cahill thought to do tonight. Because, okay, Sluis was his debut in Champions League, but I mean, his performance was simply not presentable for this level. I mean, Lavezzi has done whatever he wanted anytime. Also Cavani, when he wanted just to go through. Ivanovic, a lot of times, I don't know if that was clear from TV, but a lot of times we saw Ivanovic walking for two, because he has to cover also in the center in the moments that Kyle was not reacting enough. David Luiz also had a poor performance, but I think that seriously there was a huge hole that has not been covered for no one of the 90 minutes.
Tancredi, I can't agree with you actually on the Gary Cahill. The reason that he looked so exposed is because David Luiz doesn't think like a centre-half. He just goes walkabout. When you're playing against the likes of Cavani and Lavezzi and Hamsik with their movement, you need your two centre-halves to stay central and work as a pairing. David Luiz just goes wandering and leaves Gary Cahill exposed. So I wouldn't want to play alongside David Luiz. He is not a centre-half.
Well, okay, that's a good point, but still, that is saying that if they would have John Terry, that we can speak a lot about everything in his life, but it's not questionable his skills and Gary Kyle's skills, we will know that even in a moment when probably the lineup, the peak of David Luiz is not good, is not right, still you have a John Terry there that knows at least how to use his experience. Today there was a complete lack of experience, of course. You can't call for experience.
Tancredi, I want to thank you very much indeed. I know you've got to dash down now to the mix zone, so good luck on your mission down there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, and as forever, your contribution to the show. Hope we'll see you before the end of the show again tonight. Stay ahead of the game with Sports Tonight Live. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Sports Tonight Live on Facebook and like our fan page. Follow Sports Tonight TV on Twitter and tweet us your thoughts and opinions. Sports Tonight Live, it's the platform for the fans.